Hey everyone, my name is Terri. Welcome to my channel where we talk about Philippine travel updates. This video will talk about November international flights to or from the Philippines. We'll also revisit some rules and check some prices of airlines and schedules in different airports of the country like Cebu, Clark, Davao, Calibo, and Manila. Now, whether you're booking for your flights or you've already booked your flights, good news, flights for November are cheaper. Thanks to the adjustments on jet fuel prices, Civil Aeronautics Board of the Philippines announced that they have cut on fuel surcharges. Now, we're all looking for cheap flights, right? What are the ways for us to get a cheaper deal? Now, speaking of cheaper flights, let me introduce Surfshark VPN. Now, Surfshark VPN can save you money. How? Well, you can switch your country and get the best prices on airplane tickets, hotels, and other things as well. If you want to find cheaper flights, you can connect to a server of a developing country like Mexico, India, or the Philippines. Because booking tickets in a high-income country like the US, Canada, UK is expensive. Let me actually show you. So let's go ahead and open our Surfshark app on our phone. And then we'll type in United States. Let's go for New York. And then we're connected. Then we have Manila to New York flight on December 15. So far, the best flight option that's showing to us is 740 with Cathay Pacific, with a layover in Hong Kong for 4 hours and 35 minutes. Now let us change our server to Philippines. Manila to New York flight, and then let's use Skyscanner for December 15 of this year. Remember that for US it was for $740, but if it's for Philippine server, the price is only at $726. So see, there's a difference there. So what are you waiting for? Go check out Surfshark VPN. They have the best features. They allow you to have one account for all devices, unlimited devices. They have 24/7 support, and they have a money back guarantee for 30 days. And you're in luck because they're offering a 3 months extra and an 85% off if you scan the QR code above or click the link in the description box in the comment section. And use my promo code Terri. Another good news is that the Philippines has eased the entry restrictions in the country, and vaccinated foreign nationals are allowed to enter, and there is no more quarantine. The Philippines entry rules is this simple. If you're 15 years old and older, if you're fully vaccinated, no need to get tested. But if you're unvaccinated, you must show a rapid antigen test result taken within 24 hours before departure. Another choice, if you don't have a negative test result, you can have it done here upon arrival in the country for about 600 to 1,000 Philippine peso. While in Cebu, it is free. For children who are traveling with you, they will just follow whatever the protocol is with the parent or the guardians. For example, a child is traveling with a fully vaccinated parent. Both of them will not need to get tested. They're both exempted from testing. But if a child who is under 15 and they're traveling with their parent or guardian who is unvaccinated, both the child and the adult will be tested, either pre-departure or upon arrival. What about health declaration form? Health declaration form in the form of e-arrival card. So all passengers entering the Philippines must register to e-arrival card within 3 days before arrival in the country. You can register. This is free of charge to onehealthpass.com.ph. It's a web-based registration. No need to download an app or anything. Moreover, if you need a guide, I made a guide for Filipinos and for nationals. It's in the comment section. I'll put the link there. How about for exit in the Philippines, Jennifer? Well, there is really no requirements for entry that's related to COVID. The Philippines does not require a COVID test for exit. No special requirements for unvaccinated travelers leaving the Philippines. And e-arrival card is only for arrival. It's not required for exit. So you will just follow the requirements of your layover country or destination country. As more and more countries in the world lift travel restrictions, Most countries in the world no longer require testing and they're open for tourism. For example, in the US, no need for testing, vaccinated or not, no need to get tested. But if you are not a US citizen or you are not a legal permanent resident of the US, CDC requires you must be fully vaccinated. To enter the US, yan. While I suggest guys, please follow advisories and news of airlines. If you want to follow Philippine travel updates, well, I got you covered. Follow my channel. Now, these are international flights in airports in the Philippines. Let's start with Calibo International Airport. For those of you who are not familiar with Calibo, it's the closest international airport from Boracay, which is the most famous beach in the country. It's approximately a 2-hour travel by car to Boracay, this airport. So if you're coming from South Korea, there is actually a direct flight to Calibo with T-Way, Airsul, Jin Air, and Philippine Airlines. Next, we have Clark International Airport. This is the closest international airport from NAIA. And their international flight schedules for the month of November is this. If you're coming from Singapore, we have Jetstar and Scoot, Clark to Singapore. Then for South Korea, Incheon, we have Jeju Air, PAL, Philippine Airlines, and Jin Air. While for Clark to Yangyang, South Korea, we have with Fly Gangwon, and then Clark to Busan with Philippine Airlines. While for Middle East po, if you want to run directly in Clark, if you're coming from Middle East, we have Emirates, Clark to Dubai, and then Qatar Airways, Clark to Doha daily. Oo. However, starting November 19, it will only become 3 flights per week for Clark to Doha with Qatar Airways. Binawasan. I don't know why. Moving forward, Cebu. For Cebu, there is a change, a terminal assignment that started last month. Terminal 1, all domestic flights. Terminal 2, all international flights. That's more organized. And don't worry, there is a bus airport shuttle available 24/7 in Cebu. So if you need to change terminal, there is an airport bus available. Plus, taxis are everywhere too. The unique thing about Cebu is that if you are unvaccinated and you want to avail testing upon arrival, the Cebu Governor Gwen made it free for everybody. The antigen test in Cebu is free for all unvaccinated. Now, here are the Cebu international flights. You know, recently, last month, there was an incident there, an overshooting of a Korean Air flight. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. All passengers and crew were safe. But it forced the airport to close temporarily. The good thing was that as early as October 27, Mactan Cebu International Airport has resumed their 24/7 full operations. So you don't have to worry about what happened last month. They've already adjusted. They've already resumed to their normal operations. So here are your flights to or from Cebu. We have Qatar Airways, Doha to Cebu, Cebu to Doha 3 times weekly. We have Emirates, Dubai to Cebu, Cebu to Dubai, Cathay Pacific, Hong Kong to Cebu, Cebu to Hong Kong, Jeju Air, Incheon to Cebu, Cebu to Incheon, South Korea, Cebu Pacific with Incheon and then Singapore. With Jin Air, we have Incheon and Busan. Korean Air, Incheon to Cebu, Cebu to Incheon. T-Way, Air Asia, Incheon to Cebu, Cebu to Incheon. Philippine Airlines flies Cebu to Narita. Turkish Airlines, Istanbul to Cebu to Istanbul. Moving forward, we have, if you want to go to Busan, with Air Busan, Cebu to Busan, Busan to Cebu with Scoot, Singapore to Cebu, Singapore to Cebu, Singapore Airlines, EVA Air, Taipei to Cebu, Cebu to Taipei. Philippine Airlines also added flights in Cebu. We have Cebu to Bangkok, Bangkok to Cebu, starting December 9, that's 2 times weekly, while Cebu to Tokyo Narita, Tokyo Narita to Cebu is 3 times weekly. Meanwhile, for an international flight in Mindanao, if you want here to directly land in Mindanao, check out Singapore Airlines or Scoot. They have regular international flights, departures and arrival here in Davao. Scoot is a budget airline. You really can save a lot of money flying with them. While now I'm going to talk about Philippine Airlines international flight schedules. I'll show it on the screen. But before that, let's check some prices. Let's go to third-party sites, or let's compare with airlines which one has, so far the best price for our selections of routes. Let's go. We're gonna use Skyscanner as our website to compare flight tickets with different airlines. I use them because they allow us to book direct with airlines. So let's compare Los Angeles to Manila. Let's say you leave on November 24, go back on November 20, so you go back to LA before Christmas. Or the best option so far is with Asiana Airlines for $918. Let's see. How long is the layover? 1 hour and 50 minutes. I think that's okay. And then going back to LA, there's a layover again in South Korea for 4 hours. I think this is a good deal. This is with Asiana Airlines for $918. What's next? How about still Asiana 950? Okay, Asiana. There's Philippine Airlines, a direct flight for 1,336. So that's $400 difference for a direct flight. I think I'll take the Asiana flight. The layovers are pretty short, and I think it's just enough to transfer to your next flight. Okay, let's check with, how about San Francisco? San Francisco to Manila will leave on November 30. We go back right after New Year, so let's say January 3. So this is for economy, guys. Oh, San Francisco, November 30 to January 3 flights are expensive. Look, the best option here is with PAL, which is at $2,669. The cheapest available here is, it's mixed. Let's see. 2 layovers. San Francisco to LA. Layover in LA for 3 hours and 20 minutes, and then another layover in Incheon, South Korea for 1 hour and 50 minutes. Going back is China Airlines for a layover of 10 hours and 45 minutes. I would check again later. Sometimes plane tickets changes every now and then, even with a short period of time. Another option is with EVA Air. Let's see. The layover in Taiwan is 3 hours. Okay, while going back to San Francisco, the layover is 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I think this is a better option, with a price of $2,244 US. About $200 difference with PAL. It's up to you. Okay, mahal lang San Francisco. Let's try New York. New York to Manila. We leave, let's say, on November 24. We go back right after Christmas, let's say December 28th. Alright, we have New York to Manila. We leave on November 24. We go back December 28th. So far, the best option is with Korean Air for $1,814 US. How long is the layover? It's I think it's a short layover, an hour in Incheon, South Korea. Let me know, guys, if you've experienced having a layover there. Is the terminal far for your Incheon to Manila flight coming from New York? While going back to New York with Korean Air, there's a layover of 3 hours, 2 hours and 55 minutes in South Korea. That's better. Next best option is still with Korean Air. Okay, $200 difference. Still 1 hour layover in South Korea with Korean Air. But going back, Cathay Pacific, Manila to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to New York, with a layover in Hong Kong for 5 hours and 5 minutes. How about, let's do Honolulu. Let's do Honolulu, Hawaii to Manila. Let's say you leave on November 20, gawin nating last minute booking. November 20, and then go back to Hawaii. December 20 then. So just a month of stay in the Philippines. So far, today, checking at Skyscanner, the best option is with... So far, the best option checking today is with PAL for 1,064 US dollars. There's a cheaper one, but with United Air and ANA. So going to Manila, you'll fly United. Pero going back to Honolulu, you'll fly ANA. Okay, the layover of 45 minutes. What do you guys think? Has anyone here layovered in Guam with United Air? Is it a short walk lang to the terminal going to Manila coming from Honolulu? While ANA, 2 hours and 15 minutes, okay, that's fine. So it's just papuntang Manila lang. I think 45 minutes can be short, but maybe the terminal is a short walk or the boarding gate is a short walk. Anyone who has experience traveling with United Air, care to share? So far, checking today from Honolulu, best option is PAL. Okay, let's go check for Canada flights. Let's say Vancouver. Vancouver to Manila. We leave Vancouver on, let's just say December 1. And then go back to Vancouver after the New Year's Eve. So let's say just January 2. Alright, upon checking today, Vancouver to Manila leaving on December 1, going back January 2, the best option is Philippine Airlines, a direct flight for 2,378 Canadian dollars. Ang mahal, no? The next best option is with EVA Air for 2,500. Yeah, how about the cheapest? 2,378. Talagang PAL, guys. So far with Skyscanner, but I found that sometimes there are airlines that are not shown here. No? Sometimes you want to go direct with the airline and check on their website in case if you have a feeling that this airline may be cheaper. No? Like other airlines are not here, no? Usually Philippine Airlines. How about let's check for let's do for kababayans OFW, let's go Riyadh. Riyadh to Manila. Gawin ko lang one way, let's say end of contract. Aalis ka ng kunwari December, kauuwi ng Pilipinas. December 10. So Riyadh to Manila for Philippine peso. Ayan, yung pinakamura guys, wow, so far is 27,000. And that is with, tingnan natin. Ay, napakamaraming stops naman. Meron sa India, Hyderabad, India, Malaysia, I know thanks, trouble. Sige, next option is Gulf Air, 51,000. 51,000. Okay, may 31,000. Ano itong 31,000? Air India. Tapos, Thai Airways. Tapos, ewan ko lang guys. If this is code share, then it's okay. Self-transfer, no thanks. Alam niyo naman, if you're a Filipino, almost anywhere in the world, we need a visa. Sa mo yan, wag na guys, wag na. Anong next option natin? 31,000, merong 29, pero layover in, ay nako, ayoko talaga ng self-transfer guys. Wag nyo yung gagawin. Masisira ang buhay mo. Joke. Yun yung best option natin so far. Itong Gulf Air or Emirates, 51,000. Mahal guys. Mahal. Check natin. Let's check natin Sydney. Sydney to Manila. I'll do it return. So let's say you want to spend your holidays here in the Philippines. You leave Australia on December 17 and you go back to Sydney right after New Year. So let's say January 8th. So you can still relax after New Year's. Right, the best option so far, Sydney to Manila, leaving on December 17, going back in January 8 is, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. 4,275 with Qantas. Ang mahal naman. Tragic. Let's try a different route. Let's do Tokyo. Tokyo Narita to Manila. Let's say one way lang. Tokyo to Manila. We'll leave on November 30. It should be a little bit cheaper since Japan is already open. They have more flights coming in out of the country. Okay, so far the best option is with Cebu Pacific for 17,724. I would say a little bit over the average. No, 17,000. That's for a 5 hours flight direct with Cebu Pac. Next best is this one, Jeju Air, but there's a layover in Incheon, Korea. Why would they say self-transfer if it's the same airline? I don't know. That's surprising. Yeah, Jeju Air at saka Cebu Pacific, then Jeju Air, and then ano pa? Ito, Air Seoul, Jeju Air. Ay, bakit ka wag yan, wag yan. Yeah, Cebu Pacific, mag Cebu Pacific na lang kayo guys. It's not the best service pero mura talaga siya. Mahal ang PAL, oh, 32,000. Last guys, I'll check Singapore. This one should be cheap. Singapore Airlines to Manila, let's say you just go home for Christmas because Singapore is so close. Let's say you go home on December 20 and then you go back to Singapore. Actually, let's make it later. Let's say you leave Singapore on December 22 and then go back after New Year, so mga January 3. Ayan. Mahal kasi of course peak season. You should have bought your ticket at least 5 months ahead if you're traveling peak season talaga. So Singapore to Manila, we leave on December 22. We go back Singapore on January 3. So far, the best option is with Scoot, direct flight. But another option, cheaper, 28,000 is with Air Asia. Okay, Air Asia, okay lang kasi it's the same airline lang naman. So, Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, layover there for 4 hours and 40 minutes, and then Malaysia to Manila. Okay, and then going back to Singapore, you fly Cathay Pacific with a very long layover in Hong Kong for 10 hours. Yikes. But, it's okay, just sleep. Oh, you'll arrive there in the morning pa, Jude. In the morning. It's okay, just sleep at the airport. If you get it cheaper, diba, why not? Compared if you go direct, 38,000. So you can save 10,000. So next guys, I will show you the Philippine Airlines flight schedules. This is all I can share about Philippine international flights for the month of November. We are seeing that the world is moving forward. Even the Philippines, mask is no longer required, mandatory, except in public transport. So please bring your mask when traveling in and out of the Philippines or even within the Philippines. It's still required when you are inside Philippine airports. God bless you all and stay safe. Bye.